Love it. I can listen to it literally all day,
My
all night long. Yeah, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. We're back here on another edition of Johnny Davis Alive. We're here with the one and the only Mr. Will Montero. He is our ring announcer tonight. This guy's got it going on. He also has a podcast and everything called Sidestep Boxing and all. So he knows a lot about boxing. In fact, it just so happens that just last night, right, we after the weigh-in, we just happened to kind of meet, and you and I and Derek ended up staying talking about boxing another hour or so. It was crazy. It was
fun.
Okay, yes.
I had so much fun. If you didn't stop the conversation, I would have been there till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning easily with no problem. Man. It was great conversation. Great conversation.
Right. It was great. Why are you so passionate about boxing?
It made me the man that I am today. I'm not saying I was a bad kid growing up, but I needed direction, and boxing gave me everything I needed. Self-confidence, belief in myself, and then showed me that I have to be disciplined, dedicated, and focused on anything I put my hands on.
So you said you were not like a trouble kid, but perhaps you didn't have confidence, or you were a bullied kid.
No, I was not bullied. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want you to be honest.
No, that didn't even exist when I was growing up. You know, kids made fun of me.
Yeah.
It made me who the person I am today. Gave me thick skin. I'm okay. I shrug it off. I laugh at it.
Yeah.
I laugh at myself. I take myself serious.
Right.
So I never was bullied or anything. I just needed boxing. Boxing, I needed it.
Right. You needed boxing.
I needed boxing, big time. Yeah, showed me how to defend myself, how to carry myself, how to respect others. Showed me how to not to look past anybody. Okay, respect anybody you come across. Show everybody the same amount of love you would like to be shown yourself. So, boxing gave me all of that, and I say that confidently. Boxing gave me everything I needed.
And that's interesting of that. People think that sometimes boxing is bad and it's da, but it actually does teach you a lot about respect. And maybe in another kind of way.
Yeah. Wait. Some fighters do need to get humbled.
Hello.
Okay.
Right.
And boxing will definitely humble you sooner or later.
Exactly right. And I think that a lot of people have to sometimes learn that the hard way.
Yes,
you had a little bit of boxing career, right?
Yes.
You boxed a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So I had over 20 amateur fights. I want to say close to 30. I had 4 professional bouts.
Okay.
Now.
Well, your face came out pretty good, man.
It did.
Right.
I only had 4. Okay. So now this is the kicker right here.
Right.
My record was 1 win, 2 losses, and one draw. The 2 losses, which is crazy, and I say it proudly, were to 2 former champions.
Okay.
I mean, no, contenders.
Right.
A lot of, if you follow boxing, you'll know who I'm talking about. Willie Monroe Jr. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, and he fought Triple G.
Right.
And then my good friend Silky Wilkie Kempford, originally from Haiti, but now he lives in Tampa now.
Right.
He fought Jamal Charlo for the IBF junior middleweight
championship
of the world.
Right.
So I'm saying that to say this. I took any fight.
Right.
I didn't know these guys. These guys had a long, a spectacular amateur career.
Right.
They offered me to fight. Let's go. But I didn't know anything about boxing. I didn't know the game as I know it now. So anybody they would offer me, let's do it.
Right. Do you have any regrets about not maybe going a lot further with it? Or are you glad maybe that things worked out the way they did?
Man, I still to this day, I'm 40 years old. I want to have one more professional. I do not regret anything.
Right.
Anything.
Well, now you're a family man.
I am a family man. I'm married. I have 2 kids. I have a 15-year-old and a 10-month-old.
Right.
Which, oh my gosh, she's a blessing.
Right.
I love her so much. I can't wait to get back home to her.
Awesome.
But no, I don't regret anything because it translated to me talking about boxing, teaching amateurs. Also, when Silky, the guy that I fought, he brought me onto his team, and we made it to that championship bout together as trainer and fighter.
Right.
And now I'm a ring announcer. I commentate. I'm intact.
Right.
So I'm good.
Yeah. You're intact, and that's really important. That's some of the things I tell people when I used to fight these rounds. I got my little neck thing and all that sometimes and all that, but I think my brain is okay. I know my wife might question that, but I think overall it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really get that much damage, in the sport, so I could do other things, and I think that's really important. What do you think about this sport, this game that kind of puts people to the point where they can't even get out of it? In other words, there's time for them to retire, and they won't retire. They stay in way past their time.
Man, it's difficult. Sometimes it breaks my heart seeing a fighter pass his prime, pass his time, don't want to pass the torch and continue to do it. But I get it. Those checks are going to stop coming in.
Yes.
Okay. Before, if they were an elite fighter, they get a massive paycheck. You know, pay their taxes, but the rest is for them. Limelight, deep interviews. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them, you know, the women and the fast life, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. So they're still hooked on it, even though they can't continue
like a drug.
to fight. Yeah, it's like a drug. It's absolutely.
Mike Tyson talks about that. You know?
No, but Mike Tyson makes it clear. He's like, I'm happy. I'm done.
Yeah. You know, but he talks about it like that. It was like a drug.
Yeah, it was.
It was like a drug and everything, and it's hard to kind of wean.
Yeah.
Hard to get off.
Yeah.
You know, and it does, like you still talking about.
Yeah.
You know darn well you don't have any more business fighting.
No.
But you sat right there just a couple of minutes ago and said, "Hey man, you know what? I think I want one more. I got one more. Just one more."
Because hey, the fans, the people, you know, I left early. I only have 4 professional fighters. Yeah. So there's people that didn't get to see me, and I would like to perform in front of my son. He's 13 now.
Yeah. You can say you left early, but maybe you left right in time.
Yes,
you know, because so everything happens within its own time. The fact that we're here talking happens in a certain time. You know, and sometimes you push things too far.
You're right.
And look, I had the opportunity to fight again after years. And when I lost my last fight, and I was in Las Vegas at the Sands Hotel, I got knocked out in the last round of the fight.
Yeah.
I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Now, a couple years later, I was thinking, maybe I want to do it again. Maybe, and they hit me. And I was like, no. And so then, but I did try to do something semi. So I started kind of training. Yeah. Man, I ain't never heard so bad in my life. Look, you got to keep it real. Yeah. You're not the same.
Yeah, you're not the same.
When you're 25, right, and then you turn 40, 50, and I mean, your bones are not the same, you know, and so it just really changes things. But what is your advice to someone who may be staying in the game a little bit too long?
They have to sit down and answer questions for themselves. Okay, for themselves. You know, can I still do it? Can I still take a plunge? Is it worth it? Can I get myself injured? Which that question you can definitely answer. Anything can happen in boxing with those little tiny gloves. So, you know, they have to look inside of themselves and say, okay, am I content with my career? Have I done right with my money? Have I invested it and be able to sit back and relax? So those are a lot of questions that fighters have to answer themselves, and sometimes they answer too late. When there's nothing for them to sit back on and relax, because once those paychecks start coming in, that's it, it's a wrap.
So here's a scenario. Your son comes up to you and say, hey, Will, Dad. He's going to say Dad. All right?
Yep.
I think I want to bounce.
Son, sit down right here.
Real talk.
I'm not letting you box.
There's
no way at 15. You know, first of all, he's starting late. At 15, and I have to see. You know, let's say that does happen. Which I doubt, because my son does not like any type of combat.
Got it.
But I would have to train him myself, see if he's focused, see if he's dedicated, and see if he's all the way in. Because in this fight game, you can't have one foot out, one foot in. If you're in all the way. There is no other path. You have to put your blinders on and walk that path, because that's a difficult sport that we love.
You seem to me the person who kind of walks straight, live a pretty clean life.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
No,
not 100%. Tell me a little bit about why you do that. I mean, do you do it as an example as a father, or do you just do it? Well, I mean, what's your motivation?
Okay, so I was never ever. I can count how many times I drank in one hand.
Okay, right.
It's not more than 5, and it's just well, we'll call it peer pressure.
I get it.
Never smoked. Never lived a dirty life. So I still continue to this day. And my father, I'm not gonna say, well, this person. My dad was a drinker.
Okay. Real talk. By the way. Johnny Davis Live, Real Talk, Real Solutions on this show. Okay, go.
Okay. So my dad was a heavy drinker. You know, and my parents are originally from Dominican Republic. I've been there numerous times. I even stayed there for a year. Alcohol is huge in the Caribbean. And you know, they push it on you. But I stood on my feet and no, I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking. That's been my whole entire life, staying away from alcohol, staying away from.
So there's 2 lessons. There's one that says, well, I'm going to do just like them, or the other says, I don't want to be like that.
Yes.
And you took the latter.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a grown man now. Even when I was younger, I stood my ground. I would not let anybody make me or pressure me into doing things, even though I fell into it sometimes.
Of course.
A couple drinks.
Of course.
I would never let anybody push me in a direction I didn't want to go.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to get in trouble. And I had had examples
Sure.
where people veered the wrong way and they got themselves in trouble. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm going this way.
Right.
And that's what helped me out a lot.
How much of it is about being an example for your son and your kids? I mean, because really, you just said that your dad was not a good example.
Yeah.
Right. How much of that is motivating for you to try to be the best example?
It means everything to me. I have to set a great example for my son and my daughter, because at the end of the day, they're going to carry on. My son is going to carry on my last name. They're going to be an example of me, And I think I'm doing a great job. And I don't want him to make a mistake, because one mistake can cost you your life.
Absolutely.
You're either in 6 feet under, in a coffin,
right,
or you're in prison doing life.
Real talk.
And I don't want that.
For
my son.
By the way, Will, I got news for you. You said your son's going to carry your name. But give it a few more years, your daughter will also carry your name, because they're women are so independent.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want.
Yes,
I've always told my wife, she has a hyphen
Yeah.
with her name. I said, you're just ready to drop my name at just any time. Keep it real. Tell me a little about what's your expectations about the fights tonight.
Man, Christy Martin, I don't know what it is. She has magic.
Yeah.
She knows how to match fighters together.
Yeah.
And we have one of the fights, and I was going to bring up that I'm looking forward to. It's the Michael Harris versus what's his name? The Notorious. I forgot his actual name. Right. But that fight, if you guys are going to tune in tonight, make sure you watch the fight. The whole card is going to be amazing. The whole card is going to be amazing. It's going to be stacked from top to bottom. Right. And this is the last fight of 2022 for Christy Martin Promotions.
Right.
And she's up to doing big things in the near future. Yeah. But this card is going to be good. But that one fight in particular, I'm looking forward to.
Right. Well, you're the ring announcer tonight, so I know you're going to do a great job. You did a great job at weigh-ins last night, man. It's been a pleasure actually meeting you and talking to you. I'm sure we'll be in touch and everything. Mr. Will, the man with the plan. Thanks so much, sir.
Hey, can I say my
say whatever you need to say, man.
This is your boy, the Green-Eyed Bandit. I can't stand it no more. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you so much for those that are watching, and make sure you tune in tonight. Christy Martin Promotions. It's going to be a tremendous card.
Sounds good, brother. Thanks so much. All right, we'll talk to you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there, man. This guy, he's good. He's got it. And listen, he's like an encyclopedia when it comes to boxing names and history and all of that. That's what intrigued me about having that conversation with him, because, boy, he knows boxing. That man right there knows a lot about boxing. Hey, I'm Mr. Will Montero. Thanks so much for being on the show today. We certainly appreciate it. Hey, we got a couple more interviews we'll probably pop on with. Want to thank you guys for watching another edition of Johnny Davis Live. Remember, we're live streaming tonight right at akpromotions.org. Go there on the calendar. You can click on that. It's going to take you to the streaming broadcast. You can check it out right in your home right now. You probably can't get here now, so go to akpromotions.org and order the fights right now. It's on the calendar. Johnny Davis Live. I'm checking out.